It's all starting to happen. Western Australia have released their eligibility criteria for the 190 and 491 visa. Now, it looks like priority will be given to applicants who are living in Western Australia, then overseas and interstate applicants will be ranked the same. There's 3 different streams, so there's the General Stream 1, General Stream 2, and the Graduate Stream. And this year, it looks like the building and construction industry is the critical sector. First of all, you need to check your occupation and which stream it's eligible under. For Stream 1, you need to have at least 1 year post-qualification work experience in that occupation. For the 190 in that stream, you need to have a job offer. For the 491, you do not. For General Stream 2, you don't need to have the 1 year of post-qualification work experience. But for the 190, you'll need to have the job offer, but you won't need to have it for the 491. And for the Graduate Stream, you don't need to have a job offer, whether it's for the 190 or 491. Now, as always, remember you'll need to have a full skills assessment and meet the minimum English requirements. Now, I was just having a quick look at the occupation list. I was just checking out the occupations that's under the building and construction industry. Remember, if you have an occupation that's in that critical list, you don't need to have a contract of employment, whether it's for the 190 or the 491. A lot of visa applicants come to me in the last couple of weeks because the department is about to refuse their skilled visa. So what's happened is they've gone ahead and lodged a 189 or maybe a 491 visa. In the expression of interest application, they claimed points for their work experience. And as you know, you can claim points if you've been working in your nominated occupation. However, these applicants forgot about all the other requirements. So I had an applicant who was working as a carpenter, and they claimed 10 points for working in Australia for the past 3 years. However, for 1 out of those 3 years, they were on a student visa, but they were working 40 hours a week. So actually, they had breached their student visa conditions. And if that's the case, you can't claim the points. It's clear in the regulations. But obviously the applicant didn't know this. This is something in our firm that we're super strict about. So if we have a client who's claiming work experience, we ask for every single payslip, and we also ask for a copy of the visa they held during that work period. That is then checked by the lawyers and the senior lawyers to make sure that we are not overclaiming points. So I know it seems simple that you can claim work experience or points or qualifications, but it's really important that you know the full story of it. Because with these applicants, the department isn't going to accept it. I think they're going to get their visas refused. So now that they're talking about reducing the work experience requirement for a 482 visa from 2 years to 1 year, I thought I'd do a refresher on what the requirements actually are. So first of all, to be eligible for the 482 visa, you need an eligible sponsor, an employer that can sponsor you in the nominated occupation. The employer needs to be a standard business sponsor, and they'll need to lodge a nomination to sponsor you. Now, in terms of your application, you'll need to have the relevant qualifications. Plus, at the moment, it's 2 years of full-time work experience, but in the future, it should be 1 year full-time work experience. Now, if you don't have the relevant qualification, depending on your occupation, you can use work experience in lieu of your qualification. And you'll need to check this via the ANZCO. So for example, if you are a chef with no qualification, then you can apply for the 482 visa if you have 3 years of full-time work experience. However, if you are an accountant, it doesn't allow for you to use work experience in lieu of qualifications. So it's just something that you need to check. Okay guys, Victoria have published their nomination places for this financial year. That means how many people they will invite for the 190 and 491 visa. So for the 190, they have 3,000 places. And for the 491, they have 2,000 places. So this is similar to Western Australia. Big jump from what it was last year, so exciting times to come. Looks like they will be publishing the requirements soon. So if you're looking to do your skills assessment or English, I say get it done now. And the ACT has also announced their skilled nomination places for this financial year, and it's a big jump again from last year. So for the 190 visa, there's 1,000 places, and for the 491, there is 800 places. They will soon publish the eligibility criteria. So again, my advice is to start getting your skills assessments ready, getting your English ready. Now we have the numbers for Western Australia, Victoria, and the ACT. I wonder which state will be next. So we're here with one of our clients today, Gan, who recently got his PR. So Gan, where are you from and how did you end up in Australia?
Hi, I am from a small town close to Mumbai, India, and I came to Australia to pursue my master's degree.
What did you study and where?
I did my master's of business, specializing in supply chain management. I did it from Victoria University in Melbourne.
Supply chain management, very interesting. What did you do after your studies?
I was working in procurement roles in hospitality, and eventually when COVID hit, I switched to healthcare industry.
And why did you come to Mason Chen Law Group?
So when I was exploring different agents and lawyers, I came through your Instagram video and I booked an appointment with you, and it was actually with you. When you saw my profile, you were very confident about it because most of the other people weren't, as it wasn't mainstream and it was a different role than what people usually do as accounting or IT. Yes. When you saw my profile, you're like, yes, you definitely have a shot, and I really liked the assurance you gave me, and that's why I chose Mason Chen.
Awesome. And what did we advise you?
So you advised me about the information and organization professional, which was different from what I was going for, which was retail buyer. But you said as a procurement specialist, that makes more sense than a retail buyer. And I was eligible to apply under the 190 state nomination.
Great.
Yes.
And what did we do after?
Your firm helped me navigate through the whole process, preparing me for every stage, step by step. It started with skill assessment, then EOI, ROI, then my invitation, and finally the application.
So we then got on to preparing for the skills assessment, EOI and ROI. So what did you do to prepare for the application?
I worked closely with your firm to gather all the documents, and also with my current employer, previous employers, to get my skill assessment, and I had to also give my English test, so that is part of the application.